plaintiff, Lisa Way, dated the defendant, despite the fact that he was 20 years younger than her. But she says 6 weeks into their relationship, his true colors came out. Lisa claims she broke up with the defendant after she caught him cheating, and she's suing him today for unpaid loans. Defendant Matthew Gilkerson says he wasn't looking for a serious relationship with Lisa because of their age difference, but she soon became aggressive and possessive. He's countersuing Lisa for harassment.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Okay, so I met Matt back in January of about 2017. He was a patron at my bar. I was a bartender, and we kind of got to know each other. You know, he flirted a little, but, you know, dating younger guys is not out of my realm. My ex-husband was 14 years younger. The guy I was dating.
Ex-husband was 14. That's illegal, man.
No, 14 years difference.
Oh.
Ew. No. Ew. No.
You know I knew better than that.
Ew. No, my ex-husband was 14 years younger.
You know
the guy I was dating at the time was 10 years younger. Matt was 20 years younger. So that was no.
Go, girl. Go ahead.
You know, and after about a couple months of hearing about how different he was, and he was different than everybody else, and he was unlike any other guy I've dated, I don't know. It must have clicked, because on my birthday, I drank a little too much and made that drunk call, and
he had
came
given
over.
You his number earlier, and it hit on you earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. He pursued me very much so. Yes.
Broke you down.
I'll be honest, like, the first month and a half was great. He was great. We did everything different than any other guy.
Watch out.
Yeah, took me out to dinner, fancy dinner with his parents to meet his parents. He, you know, the good morning beautiful text, and, you know, everything was perfect. He was great. He hooked me, got me. Then after about 6 weeks, the true colors.
6 weeks, that's all he gave it?
That's all he gave me. That's all it took.
People
you know,
at least wait 6 months, a year. A woman wait until she marry you before she switch up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm like that now. I'm like that now.
Yeah.
Back then, I just love to love, you know, and I love hard. And
so 6 weeks later, what started happening?
He wasn't working. He would go to work off and on. He would call in because something always hurt.
You all weren't living together though, were you?
No.
Okay.
No. He would stay at my house quite a bit.
I'm saying in terms of him not wanting to work and you foot all the bills. That's what I was saying.
That was later.
Go ahead with the current then.
That was later.
Let's get where we are, where we last were. Go ahead.
So I was kind of getting tired of it, being done with it. Then in September of 2000.
Tired of what though?
He lied all the time.
Okay.
He would say he was going to come see me, and then I forgot. Or
lies. You missed that part.
You know, talking to other women. Just.
You had the impression he was seeing other women. You said?
Oh yeah.
How so? How did you?
A text message I seen on his phone.
Okay.
You know, he just got caught. He's not a very good liar. He's a big liar, but not a very good
one.
You know.
All right.
So in September of 2017, he was in a really bad motorcycle accident. And I got hooked again. I felt sorry for him. He lost his job. He was going to come live with me to recuperate.
Okay.
And I felt sorry for him. He had a real hard time getting a job again.
Compassionate. Mm-hmm.
I did. And Matt's not a horrible. I'm not here to make him look bad. I'm not here to. Anyway,
right.
So he moved in with me at that point and never left. Nor did he ever work. So not a dime in rent, electricity, phone,
What was
cable.
he saying? Oh, he was injured? Permanent
he didn't
injury?
have a job.
Was he permanently injured?
He had a broken hand.
Broken
he
hand?
had a
Broken
hurt knee.
hands healed. He had a permanent broken hand? He ran that on you?
In his defense, he did try. He tried to get his CDL, but he was in the middle of the motorcycle.
No. I'm going back to the broken hand that never heals. Let me get to him. You gave me some background and then ended up with I had a broken hand that never healed, so I can throw you out. Go ahead.
I met Lisa when she was bartending at a bar close to my house. I was just flirting, trying to get better drinks, something, maybe a free one. Sometimes it helps. Then I saw her for a couple more times after.
Man. Sometimes it helps when you hit on the woman and you get a free drink. That's the best you can get. Or no, she's suing you for money too. You got a couple dollars.
Yeah.
All right, I respect that. No, I don't. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I went back a couple more times, and that's when she saw that I was always on a bike. So I was really interested in the bike. Always wanted to go for a ride. So we started to date. I wasn't trying to be like something very serious. I was trying to kind of like float around because she is a lot older, so trying to have fun. Until everything started getting crazy, she started getting more aggressive and possessive over me. And every time it wasn't matter if it was my cousin, that was a female.
She says she read text messages indicating you were dating other women or seeing other women.
I do have friends that are females, and I do have my cousin is a female. We're really close, and we always talk. You can
tell the difference between a text where it's platonic and otherwise. And was it platonic that you just...
Not when you're talking about
sex?
Family show, oral sex with another woman. Pretty sure that wasn't his cousin. I hope not.
that was someone that was an ex for... Yeah, that was constantly talking, but she didn't read the full text on that.
Dating younger guys is not out of my realm. My ex-husband was 14 years younger. The guy I was dating...
ex-husband was 14. That's illegal, man.
No, 14 years difference.
Oh.
Ew. No.
Oh, you know I do better than
that. Defendant Matthew Gilkerson says he never wanted a serious relationship with the plaintiff. But after they started casually dating, she became possessive and constantly went through his cell phone.
What else did she catch you with a text that she may have misinterpreted? Any others?
She was constantly going through my phone. She had I gave her the code to my phone. She couldn't wait anytime she went. She always went through my phone when I was sleeping, so I didn't try to hide anything. I never kept nothing from her. She had access to my phone anytime she wanted it. Just like my future wife right now, she has access to my phone. Go through it anytime she wants. See who I'm talking to, what I'm doing. I don't hide it.
Okay.
It's fully open.
You're Matthew, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Showtime, Matthew. He steps on the stage as a show doctor. He made that clear over and over. He do things ain't everybody even heard of. Oh my! Big Show, Matthew.
This man
Big Show. Go ahead.
He took his phone with him to the bathroom. So don't tell me.
Women follow him to the bathroom.
Yes. So no, his phone was never accessible, ever. Like literally to the bathroom.
Or he takes his phone to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Now women follow him to the bathroom.
Well, according to him, he's the lady killer.
They hear about that show. They hear about that routine, huh?
He's the hustler lady killer.
He's the lady killer.
He's the hustler. That's what he said. Always said he was a hustler.
When he said hustle, how did you interpret that?
He would always say, I'll be the first to admit, 90% of what I did for Matt, he did not ask for.
Okay.
He was my boyfriend. I loved him. Okay. So.
You didn't have to ask. She go home and say, I'm going to sit back.
Right? Pretty much.
She send over here. I know it's something coming in the mail after that. Checking the mail, a gift, something.
Right. I did, But it got to the point where if I bought him cigarettes, he'd get mad and say, I don't need you to buy my cigarettes.
Come on, Big Show. He don't know what he got, does he?
No.
Tell me about the loans.
So there was 5 separate loans that had to do with the motor, his car, or his motorcycle. Now, the first loan was back in June, literally 6-7 weeks after we started dating. He needed a new motor for his motorcycle, promised me he'd pay me back. That's when he was still being the good morning, beautiful, and,
How much?
Player. That one was $1,000.
When did he say he would repay?
$100 a week until it was paid off. And he did pay $600 of that.
All right. Next loan?
So the next loan would have been April of 2019. Now, during all of this, I paid for everything. Matt didn't have a job. I bought his clothes, boots, his phone bill, his cut, he was in an MC. I paid for his club dues.
His cut?
A motorcycle club that he was.
Oh, I thought you said cut.
His cut. You know, their cut. They wear a leather vest. It's called a cut.
The vest.
Vest. Yeah, vest.
Okay.
You know, everything. Boots, shoes, clothes, dentist bills, doctor's bills, everything, because he didn't have a job.
But what was the loan?
So, the loans.
April 19.
We had broken up, got back together several times. The last time that we broke up, he moved out. 3 weeks later, he made me feel bad. Matt had a way of manipulating me horribly and playing on my feelings. I have a big heart. So I said, you can move back in, but I am not supporting you. You have your own bedroom. I'm not supporting you. So if you look on page 7 and 8.
Don't tell me the loan in April. How much in April?
The one in April was $149.
Did he say he would repay that?
Yep. That was.
When?
He said when he got his settlement or a job.
See, the problem is he owed you already 2 years earlier.
I know.
All
I
right.
know. And if you look, and on those, he did pay me.
Okay.
Throughout those 2 months, $60 here, $50 there. So
he wasn't being dishonest. He wasn't trying to con you. Con artists don't pay.
He was. He was paying.
What do you say, sir?
When it started off with her, pretty much with helping with my motor, there was no payment back. I didn't want to accept the money from her, and it was supposed to be a gift. And I told her, I said, I will pay you back because I didn't want to accept it. I didn't want any help. I was trying to figure out. I pretty much had a time limit of getting my bike go back up and running. Mm-hmm. And at the time, with my job, I was like, well, maybe I could, maybe I can't. And she wanted to make sure I got my bike back running, so she borrowed me the money to get it done. And I didn't want to accept it, but she said, we just want to get this running, don't worry about it, we'll figure it out. And then after, for a while, it was only supposed to be gifts. Everything was, she didn't ask for no money until pretty much everything started going south between us.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Approximately when did she first start asking for money?
When we first actually broke up in 2019.
Everything was perfect. He was great. He hooked me, got me. Then after about 6 weeks, the true colors.
6 weeks,
came.
that's all he gave it?
That's all he gave me. That's all it took.
People at least wait 6 months, a year. A woman waiting until she marry you before she switch up.
Yeah.
Defendant Matthew Gilkerson says he never wanted a serious relationship with the plaintiff. But after they started casually dating, she became possessive and constantly went through his cell phone.
Ma'am, you didn't begin asking for repayment until 19?
That's not true.
When did you begin?
I would say the first time, throughout the entire relationship.
Okay, well,
That's why
talking about something in writing.
That's why he gave me money.
Where you asked him prior to 2019? Because he's saying that you're asking for it now because you broke up. And prior to that, you weren't asking for it. Even though he acknowledges their loans, how much do you acknowledge was a loan?
The only loan, technically the only loan that she said I had to really pay back, but I did pay back about $600 and working on it.
1,000? Was the 1,000?
Yes.
Okay.
The rest was never a loan. I never borrowed, never accepted. I always say, because I don't like to accept money from anybody, I always try to say, I'll pay back, whatever. Mm-hmm. And most times she'll tell me, don't worry about it.
Tell me about your counterclaim for $500. How does she owe you for harassment?
For harassment, she was contacting my mother because she was friends with my mom. And
when approximately?
From the whole relationship. The whole relationship, we were together, so we got done. My mom, when we split up, she wouldn't stop harassing my mom or my brothers. And that's pretty much when I cut ties and tried not to talk to her.
What'd she do to you, though? Because they'd have to sue her to get a harassment.
Right. She's been trying to get my address and information. And she's been, besides contacting everybody, she's been back talking to me, put my name in the mud with everybody. And that's my family and friends.
What type? You got to prove it. What has she done?
Besides that, I'm a worthless piece of and trying to say I've never worked. The only time I ever worked was only for my motorcycle accident.
That's not harassment, sir. That's people who break up.
Right, it's for me not working. But yeah.
She's calling your job or calling you 5-10 times every day.
It used to be a few times a week, every week. And it would call or text and constantly bother me.
Well, that's how often the bill collectors call me.
Well, I tried to pay her.
It's the 17th of the month and you ain't paid a bill.
I even tried to make arrangements so I can pay her back, and it wasn't enough because it all started with like different numbers, what I actually owed her. And I told her I wasn't going to pay something that I didn't owe her.
You believe you owe her $400. That's the essence. You borrowed $1,000, you paid her $600.
Right, and she tried to tell me more monies.
Okay.
Because I have a settlement, so she tried to say 23 grand.
$400, that's what you acknowledge. All right.
On page 17, you'll see where I said, I'm still kind of stuck on, you said you're a man of your word. You said you were going to pay me back. He said, I'm still jobless without any money right now. I'm waiting to get word back to when I'm going to be able to get back to work. So, let's see, page 24, I have a breakdown.
No. I need more evidence. He makes it very clear that it's $400, and I don't see you disputing the amount.
Oh, I dispute it.
Let me see, what page did you dispute it?
On almost all of them. Let's see.
Okay, that's what you want me to go through all of them?
No, I apologize. On page, on page 21 and 22, I have two texts from him.
Read it for me?
Huh?
Why don't you read it?
Okay, he says, I was going to help you if we were together. Well,
ma'am, read to me where he says he owes more than $400.
No, he never says that. He never says that on paper.
Read to me where you dispute that it's $400.
Okay. Right here, page 24. First he said,
ma'am, read the amount.
$400 for the motorcycle motor, $145 for your dentist, $100 for your textbook, $60 for the rest of the speeding ticket you got in my car, $180 for the motorcycle parts, $250 for your back tire.
And he says, I currently owe that?
Pardon me?
He says he currently owed you that?
No, I said this to him.
I was just flirting, trying to get better drinks, something, maybe a free one. Sometimes it helps. Then I saw her for like a couple more times after.
Come on, man. Sometimes it helps when you hit on the woman and you get a free drink. That's the best you can get. Or no, she's suing you for money too. You got a couple dollars. Yeah. All right, I respect that. No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
Defendant Matthew Gilkerson says he never wanted a serious relationship with the plaintiff. But after they started casually dating, she became possessive and constantly went through his cell phone.
I'll give you the amount that he agrees that he owes, and that's $400.
That's fine.
And I'm going to dismiss your harassment claim. I don't think what happened rose to the level of harassment. All right. Have a good day.
That'll work. That'll work. It's better than nothing, which is what I'm going to get. No, it's all right. It's all right. It's a lesson learned. I just chalk it up to a lesson learned. He's never going to amount to anything. He's a loser. It's all right. I don't regret it.
To leave me the alone and just stop calling my house and talk to all my friends.
I haven't called you once in 2 years. Dream on, sweetheart. You will never get anything like this ever again. Sorry.
What, old, dirty?
Sorry.
Got it.
Plaintiff Pia Parker dated the defendant, but when she told him she was pregnant, he denied paternity and wasn't at the hospital when the baby was born. Pia claims a DNA test eventually proved the defendant is her child's father, and she's suing him today for child support. Defendant Carl Odrick says the only reason he denied paternity was because Pia was with another man when she got pregnant, and she put the other man's name on his daughter's birth certificate. Carl insists he only withheld child support because Pia refused to let him see his daughter.
Tell me what's going on.
We met back in 2004 through his cousin. We talked on and off from about 2005, 2006. Fast forward to 2011, and I learned I was pregnant. I called him. I told him. I said, look, this situation. He said, well, who's it for? I'm like,
yeah, you have somebody else.
Who's it for?
I'm a boyfriend.
No, I didn't.
Boyfriend.
I'll let you talk in a minute.
No, I didn't.
Go ahead, ma'am.
So I said, it's for you. So he said, well, look, I don't want any more kids. I said, well, I'm having a baby whether you like it or not. So time went on. He contacted me a couple of times during my pregnancy. He showed up at my job a couple of times. He wasn't there at the hospital. I had my baby by myself. So the day after I had my baby, June 23rd, 2012, he called me, said, send me a picture of the baby. I'm like, send you a picture? I'm like, for what? He was like, just send me a picture of the baby. So I sent him a picture, and then a little while after that, I learned that he showed the picture around to numerous people and said, oh, does this baby look like me? You think this my baby? And stuff like that. So this what brings us to court.
Okay, let me allow him to give some background. Sir?
Yes, first of all, Judge, that part about me finding out about the child, I had to ask her because she was staying with another guy. And he signed a birth certificate, and he cut my baby umbilical cord. So I didn't know anything. Then after that, she called me.
Hold on, no. Is that true?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
But, so after that, he did a DNA test. He put her out the house, and then she called me and said I needed to take a DNA test.
None of what he's saying is true?
No, it's not.
Okay, you didn't live with another man when you met him?
No.
Okay, and then another man didn't come there on the day that you had the child?
No, sir.
No other man came when you had the child and cut the umbilical cord? None of that happened?
No.
Okay. Sir, go ahead. She said you're making all of this up.
That's not true.
Go ahead.
Nah, she had pictures of him with him at the baby shower.
Do you, ma'am? You have pictures with this man he's alleging at a baby shower?
No.
Okay, wow. She doesn't know anything about that?
I sure don't. I don't know what he's talking about. It is funny. I'm glad you're laughing because it is funny.
Nah, no, I don't do it. Don't sit up here and lie. Go ahead, tell the truth.
Is there whose name is on your child's birth certificate?
Nobody's. I had my baby, he is now because once we had the DNA after I had my baby, he wasn't there.
There was another person's name on there at first?
Yes.
And you said there was never anyone else's name on there before him?
The state has it.
No, my child was named Pilar Monet Parker, which is after me.
Defendant Carl Odrick has a child with the plaintiff, but he claims he had doubts about being the baby's father at first because the plaintiff was with another man when she got pregnant.
What happened after the child was born, and did you ask for a picture and start passing it around? Do you want to address that?
Well, I did ask for a picture. Mm-hmm. I brought it to my mom's first, and I asked her, what she think. And then after that, she asked me if I did a DNA, and I told her I did a DNA because my daughter looks just like my oldest son.
So what were you telling her when she was telling you she was pregnant and believed it was yours? Did you remind her that you're living with a man? Did you later say you put his name on the birth certificate? Did you say all these things that you're saying today to her back then?
Yes, sir. I actually told her not to, if she not sure who it's for, she needed to tell him. So we wouldn't be in this position right now. Because if she would have told me from the beginning, we would have handled it right there.
Well, she said no such person exists. So you don't have to keep saying it's not true. Ma'am, you don't have to keep interrupting and saying that because you've already said he's making all of this up. So just let me hear from him because you've already denied it all. So every time you say that's not true, that's not true, that's not true, you're interrupting something. So when you mention those things to her, what did she say?
Well, she told me, she said, even if the baby yours, it's not going to be yours, it's for him. It's going to be his. So then, like I said, once he put her out, she ain't had no other choice but to call me. And
that was after the child or before the child was delivered?
After the child was born.
After the child was born, you all lived together? You said she didn't have any place else to go because he put her out.
Right.
You moved her in with you?
No, she didn't move in with me. She stayed with her mother.
Okay, well, what do you mean by she didn't have anywhere else to go? You meant date, a man to be with? Is that what you mean?
No, the man that she was with at the time, they started a whole relationship. They was building their family. Because I guess he thought that it was his. He went through the whole process with her. Then after the baby was born, he did a DNA test. Once he found out it wasn't his, he got rid of her. He said, you got to go. So
then what did you do?
I got the phone call.
She called and said what?
She said, you need to go take a DNA.
Okay.
So I went over there. We got the kid and everything. I went and took a DNA. When it came back, she was mine.
How old was the child then at that point?
She was a month old.
Okay.
Month old.
So how did things go from there?
It went kind of slow because I had to get adjusted to the situation of having her because it was all new to me. So after that, I sat up there and I started doing what I was supposed to do. Okay. You know, her first Christmas, second Christmas, all that. I bought everything for her.
Okay, so let me turn back. You say this man, he keeps mentioning his imaginary. He's made this entire story up. So, okay, I got two very different stories, and I'm sure by the time I finish the case, I'll have a little clarity. Mm-hmm. Y'all might be able to run game on each other, but I got way more game than both y'all put together. Times 3.
I'm not trying to run.
We're going to see.
I'm not trying.
We're going to see. We're going to see. So, after having the child, he says 1 month later he took the DNA test. Is that about right?
No, it was actually 3 months.
3 months later? All right. And what was going on from the date your child was delivered up until he took the DNA? What was going on relating to fatherhood at that point?
Nothing was going on. I didn't talk to him. He didn't talk to me. He wasn't concerned about the baby, so I just left it as is. And then just as time went by, I just said, so you don't want to be in your daughter's life? And I felt like in order for you to feel like this is your child, take a DNA. And that's how that went.
Now, you know I ain't like that. I mean, all my children, like, I never slept
You're not in Pilar. You're not in Pilar.
You're not in Pilar by me every day.
I told you.
Every day.
Yeah, because of your mama. Because of your mama, not because of you. You don't have time for her, remember?
But you can't talk to me. You can't talk to me.
I don't want to talk to you.
Your boyfriend don't want you to talk to me. We can't communicate because your boyfriend don't let you talk to me.
I don't want to talk to you.
You can't make nothing happen. No, we don't have no problem. We don't have no problem as long as I'm taking care of business, as long as I'm giving you money.
Defendant Carl Odrick has a child with the plaintiff, but he claims he had doubts about being the baby's father at first because the plaintiff was with another man when she got pregnant.
And that's what we're here for today, about child support, unpaid child support, she says. So why don't you tell me about that?
Okay, so when my daughter was 1, he wasn't doing what he proclaimed he was going to do, so I put him on child support. So I put him on child support 2013. Nothing didn't come into effect until April 2016 on page 1, when it was a court order.
Then why you took all the rears out? You took the rears out then. Why you took all the rears out?
That's from 13 until 16. So what was going on between 2013 and 16 regarding the care of the child?
Nothing. I was
paying for everything. I paid for her.
No, you
let her finish, sir.
No, you were not.
Everything.
I'll let you talk, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead. Did you receive any support between 13 and 16?
No.
No monies at all?
No support. No support. The most he did, Your Honor, was pay for nursery. $50.
It wasn't $50.
Oh, $50 a week?
For nursery. That was tuition for nursery.
But
$50.
you emphasized that he did nothing at all. And now we're hearing it's $200 a month. Why did you say that? Why did you say that, though?
I'm sorry.
I know who not to believe. All right. She said you gave $50 a week. What else did you do?
I was paying her rent. I was paying her car insurance.
Why hers? Did you have a relationship at that time?
We still was in a relationship. That's when her son father, he came about.
In 2000, let's say 14, you all were still in a relationship together?
We still was dealing.
Is that true, ma'am?
Yes.
You stayed in a relationship with a man who you had a baby by, and he did absolutely nothing. Why did you keep saying a man who was doing absolutely nothing for you or your baby? Why did you do that?
I don't have nothing to say. I don't know.
You don't have nothing to say?
Because I took care of everything. That's why.
All right. We're getting it. I'm getting it. As you see, I'm getting it. Her game a little weaker. And she ran that on you, but not really, because you ain't paid her. So when you got the order in 16, Have you been paying since then? She says that's why we're here today.
Well, when the court ordered me, I went to paying some of it. And then once we'll get into it, she'll stop letting me see my child. So when I stopped seeing my child, I stopped paying. Then once she'll let me see my child again, I'll pay her. I give her money. Every time I got my child, that's because I gave her money. But I always make sure, like before school, for Christmas, and all those different times, I sent at least $500 just so she could buy some school clothes and she could get us something for Christmas if she wasn't with me. Because what she'll do, she'll just take it all the way away from me. Mm-hmm. And the only thing I had to fight with her with is the money.
Well, at least you felt that way, perhaps. And a lot of men think that that's the only resort they have if the mother is withholding or father withholding visitation, that they use the money as the leverage. The mother or the father uses the child, and the person who is to pay the support uses the money. So the only victim is the child. Right. The child doesn't get to see the other parent, and the child doesn't get to eat either, because the child needs to eat whether they see it or not. Right.
That's why I tried to, at least for the holidays, I was still trying to pay something. And then when we was going to court, back and forth, I always had, whenever I went to court, I had to still get him some money. Yeah. No matter what.
All right, but one of the things you said is that was the only thing you thought you could do, and it's not. And right. A lot of people think that that's the easiest route, and it is not, because it comes and bites you later on. And right. So what you could have done, and what men should do, or women, is file a child custody claim saying that your visitation is being denied. And you don't always need a lawyer. You can go to the county clerk's office, to the family court division, and ask to get a hearing because you're not receiving your visitation. Because the courts know that game is played so often. It would be an injustice to always require an attorney to come and enforce visitation. So the courts allow and help facilitate self-representation when it comes to custody disputes. If it gets technical, then yeah, you do need a lawyer. So those are the options for you and other men or women who are in that situation and think it's hopeless and that all they can do is play with the baby's money, because that's the baby's money. That's not her money. That's the baby's money.
Defendant Carl Odrick has a child with the plaintiff, but he claims he had doubts about being the baby's father at first because the plaintiff was with another man when she got pregnant.
Yes, ma'am.
I was saying we do have a custody.
Did you adhere to it?
Nope.
No, he hadn't been.
Oh, yes, I have.
I've asked you, do you adhere to it?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
You've never denied him visitation?
No.
Never at all.
You gotta check it. They got an order in there that you refused to get served for. And you had kept her from it. You refused to get served from it, and you had kept her from it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, because we never went back to court. Because the addresses that you gave.
Is there anything that was filed saying that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It was something filed alleging she was denying you visitation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you're not aware of that filing? You've never heard of that?
No.
So, you have the child support order. That's what I'm going to enforce, what it says. Where's the evidence of what the court says he currently owes?
It starts on page 2.
Okay. So your balance. Yes.
Your Honor.
Yes.
She never gave me credit for other monies I gave her. Like the money that she was supposed to give me for that she needed when she was trying to get a house. And I paid for all her inspections that she needed for a house. She never gave me that. I gave her $2,000 for that.
You didn't give me that. You didn't give me any of that.
What I gave you then?
Sir.
What I gave you?
No, sir. You didn't give me nothing.
Sir.
You sure? Okay. Sir. And then right after that, I gave her $1,000.
Sir.
To go along with that. You still, that's what you needed to get your inspections for your house that you're still not in.
Sir, you've been tricked. Yeah.
I understand. I definitely understand.
The game has been run on you.
Yes, sir.
She ran the game on you. You're likely to have to pay because that's what happens when the game is run on you.
I understand.
You should have been paying. None of this would matter if you were paying all these gifts, all this other stuff, housing help, through the court. There's a paper trail there. You can't rely on the goodwill of your child's mother or father, be it the case. You can't rely on their goodwill. He'll fall out with you any day. And that's what I always like to tell young men all the time. Don't think that it's a bad thing for you to pay your child support through the courts. That's a good thing because they're able to determine how much you've paid and whether you owe more. Because if you are going with these side deals, okay, I'll give you $200 a month or $300 a month, $500 a month, as long as you don't put me on support. Don't put me on child support, meaning don't file it through the government or through the courts. Well, okay, fine, give me that $500 a month. Yeah, all right. Now, fall out with you, get mad. Let me see. I think I'm gonna go file.
That's exactly what happens, John. Exactly what happens.
Yeah, I know how it go. I think I'm gonna go file child support on this. On down there. You there? She there? All right, we hear you haven't paid child support. Yes, I have, Your Honor. Ma'am, he says he's been giving you $300-500 a month out of his pocket in cash every month. No, I ain't get a thing. Don't know nothing about it. Ma'am, he did not get you. Gonna do just like she's doing with me. He did not give you. Nope. Never heard of it. Sir, that's what happened. And young man, this is what happens all the time. You think you're getting away with it. You think you're running the game, and they outplay you all the time. These women run rings around y'all. Here you done all of this. Did you mention this in a court hearing of any sort?
No, sir, because we never went to court for child support.
Okay, and had you gone, I'm telling you, it would have been pretty much the same. The court would have instructed her, tell him thank you. He's a nice guy to throw that extra money. They wouldn't consider that as part of payment. They would say, oh, those are nice gifts. Now, let's go to your legal obligation. That's what young men have to understand. You have to meet a legal obligation, and that legal obligation is met through legal means based on a legal order. Otherwise, you know what you're doing in 10 years, 15, 18 years later. You've been giving her $500 a month for 18 years. Get mad with you. You hurt her real bad. Hurt her real bad. Oh, no. I'm gonna play like I ain't got a dime in 18 years. That's what I'm gonna do. I can get him. He owed me $70,000 when I finished with him. That's the game when you're not dealing with a legal order in the appropriate way. What did you want to say finally, ma'am, before I give my judgment? She's smiling, she's grinning. She said the game worked again.
Yeah.
No.
Good job.
Yeah, she got the game down. She put it down. No.
Not true.
Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff, $5,000 according to the order that I've seen. Bye-bye.
Nah, I'm glad that our daughter gonna get to see the stuff that our mama doing. She know what she getting. She know where everything at. No problem.
Yeah, that's because when she come there, you tell her negative stuff about her mom. That's why.
I never said nothing negative about you. I don't even talk about you.
Yes,
you don't even be in our conversation.